Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Man, welcome to another edition of True Spills. This is number 19. This always be brought to you by CO Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. Today I'm going to be rolling solo dolo. My co-host has some things to do today. So I figure since he has some things to do today, man, I come up here and chop it up with y'all a little bit on the early side, man. But I'm gonna wait, man, for the building to start, fluctuating on in, getting some people in here. I know you know, notifications don't normally go out like they need to go out, but neither here, neither here. We'll work through it, man, as best we can, man. Oh man, yeah. But anyway, man, I'm just gonna kind of like start out first by reiterating something that I've actually mentioned this on a lot of my lives already. But what's going on, Bang Bang Boogie? I'm gonna talk a little bit about the cars here in a minute, man. Joe Townsend, man. Oh my goodness, he's a ice cream man. But anyway, before I get started into that the Edgar Belaga card, the one with Shakur Stevenson and Sudet Matias and David Morrell, man. Let me just go ahead and say some shit. What's going on, TD Sports Talk? What's going on, man? Damn, man, I know you about to go live in a half hour shit. But anyway, man, it's something that I've always said, and I've said this for various lives already, man. I don't want anybody to get it confused or anything like that, right? So I'm gonna reiterate this, all right? I am not by no means a boxing channel. This is Kano Local TV. I just happen to engage in a little bit of boxing talk. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Don't let it go over your head. Don't let it be confusing. This is Kano Local TV. It is not a boxing channel. I just happen to engage in a little bit of boxing talk. Okay? So, yes, I do love boxing, but it's not the end all be all for me. It just ain't. Especially when I see all of the bullshit that goes on. You know what I'm saying? In the social media streets and stuff like that. So I wanted to clear that up so there wouldn't be no confusion. Oh man, kind of local, man. I thought he was a boxing channel. Why ain't he talking about this? Why ain't he talking about them? Well, why doesn't he watch certain fights? Well, because I'm not a boxing channel. That's why. A condo. Duval. Anyway, man. But that's the reason why. I just happen to engage in a lot of boxing talk. That's all. It's just real simple, man. But before I get into that Berlanga card situation and stuff like that, I normally don't talk about these Euro fighters or anything like that, man. But I want to go ahead and say, the Conor Ben, Chris Eubank fight, I know that that's happening today, right? I know the card starts at noon, and I'm probably guessing the Conor Ben fight will be around 2, maybe 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I did my piece because I'm in this pick'ems, right? The rest of the picks I have no idea anything about, man. But Conor Ben and Chris Eubank, I'm a little bit familiar with because of the back and forth that's been going on for a long time between them, man. And on my pick'ems, I got Conor Ben winning the fight. Yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. is the bigger guy. Chris Eubank Jr. on paper should win, but he ain't. He just ain't. He had to dehydrate himself. That's first thing to make the weight, which he barely. I thought he made it. At 0.05 to me is petty, but it is contractual. So he did miss weight, technically, right? Yeah, we had to pick some shitty fights on these pickups. I'm not even gonna talk about the rest of them. TD Sports, because I kind of guess, man. I can. What did I pick, man? Let me tell you what I picked, bro. And I don't even know half these fighters, but I'm gonna tell you what I picked. I picked. I'll let you know, because I don't write in the main chat, man. My picks: Conor Ben by UD, Anthony Yard by stoppage, round 8. William Smith by UD. Riley stoppage on round 6. Now, why I guessed on those with them rounds and shit, like, I have no idea. I don't know what they do. I really don't know what they're about. But we had to make some picks and shit like that, man. But the reason I wanted to talk a little bit about the Eubank Jr. fight, man, because I just see Chris Eubank Jr. a lot, very drained, right? And then he can only hydrate so much. So he's not going to be replenished fully, man, on fight night. You got that, and on top of that, he has been through some wars. And he's up in age as well. So, yeah, I got to favor Conor Benn in this. And I just don't think that the younger fighter in Conor Benn, I don't think that he's set up to lose that fight. I don't know, man. Like, call me a conspiracy theorist. Call me what you want. I don't believe they want him to lose that fight. I think everything is stacked in his favor, and that's the reason I'm picking him. Shit, I'm betting bread on it. I ain't gotta like the fighter. I can say he's trash. I can say he's a piece of shit. I can say he's a drug sheet. But I can also say that while laughing all the way to the bank and cashing in on him beating Eubank. I can do that. Both things can be done. You don't bet money with your feelings. You bet with your mind. And my mind is telling me that Conor Benn gonna win this fight. But that's what I got. I got him by UD. He might mess around, honestly, and stop Chris Eubank Jr. He might. But I went conservative and say UD. You know what I mean? Now, there's been a lot of controversy, right? On this Edgar Berlanga, Shakur Stevenson, Matias Morel card as to the main event, co-main event. What the hell's going on? Berlanga's not more popular than Shakur. Shakur should be the headliner. And listen, man, I'm listening, man. I'm hearing everybody out, right? I am hearing everybody out. Right? 903 Boston, what's good with you, man? I even heard 903 saying Shakur should be the main event. And he should. But y'all taking this out on the wrong fighter, man. It's not between Edgar Berlanga and Shakur Stevenson. Is this not a turkey out of sheet card? Can somebody correct me if I'm wrong? Is this a turkey out of sheet card? Is it? I think it is. Which, by the way, I think he did a pretty decent job putting this together, even though I don't like the man, right? But being that I see right through everything that they're doing, the reason that the main event is the main event is not because of Edgar Berlanga. It ain't. Who is Turkey Al-Sheikh's fighter? Hamza Shiraz. Hamza Shiraz is the reason they put Berlanga in the main event. Come on. I'm flabbergasted how nobody has figured that out. If it's a Turkey Al-Sheikh card and Shiraz is his man, why on earth would you think he wouldn't put that as the main event? So even though I like the card he put together, you know what I'm saying? It's all right, he did all right. I don't know what he's paying him, but he did all right on this card. I'm saying. He did get Shakur Stevenson and Cepeda across the line, right? He did get Super Matias a WBC title shot against Alberto Puello. Okay, I got it. What's going on, DP Rocker? So, see, that's my point right there. The reason, well, I ain't going to belabor it. I done told y'all why the main event is the main event. You know, I'm surprised A lot of other people didn't catch that. I'm just, you know, because I'm like, oh man, who the fuck is Edgar Berlanga, man? You know, da 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 blah 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 blah. He shouldn't be headlining. He shouldn't be this. He shouldn't be that. Why the fuck? Whoa. It's a turkey card, man. Shiraz, bro. Shiraz. Ah, 903. Y'all, I see I had to open some eyes, man. See? You right. This turkey trying to push Shiraz on. Damn, Connor, you right. I didn't look at it from that perspective. I did. Because, bro, ain't no way. Do you know what gave it away for me? Ain't no way. Berlanga was on a card in Orlando, which I went to, right? I went to it. And Amo Williams and Omari Jones were bigger stars than you in that damn building. And then you gonna go from that to headline this one? Now, come on, bro. Come on, man. Hey, 903, I had to beat you on something, man. I listened to you, right? I heard you out. And normally, man, that kind of discourages me from making a video because we think alike, right? Normally, this encourages me. Queen 71 was good. But this go around, for some odd reason, I was like, damn. I said he let one slip. I got to take advantage of this one, bro. I don't get too many chances like this. I got to let him know what the real deal is. Yeah, you let one slide that time, 903, man. You must have, bro, yeah, that must have not been that loud. That must have not been that creme de la creme. See, had you had some Peruvian weed, yeah, had you had some Peruvian weed, it would have opened up your mind. And you would have beat me to the punch. But you ain't had a Peruvian weed, you know. You went over there and got some of that Texas Loud and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But it slipped by, man. Shawa, Laya, how you doing, my sister? Boy, I better make sure that when she jump in the bed, boy, I better make sure I salute her, bro. My little sister be ready to kick my ass, bro. Let me see what he say. Shakur is... Oh, let me address that, right? Let me go ahead and address that, man. And I really, man, let me address that shit, man. We all know that Shakur Stevenson's father's Puerto Rican, right? We know that, right? But why does it even matter? Why the fuck does it even matter, man? Can the man just... He can rep whatever he wants. I don't give a fuck. At this point, I don't give a fuck. One day he Puerto Rican, one day he black. One day he Puerto Rican, one day... Bro. Which to me is the same shit at the end of the day. But since the world we live in don't look at it like that, man, I'm done with that shit. He could choose whatever he wants to be. I don't have a problem with it, man. I just don't. If he wants to claim Puerto Rican, cool. If he don't want to claim Puerto Rican, cool. I don't care. That's his prerogative. At the end of the day, he don't want to get in there and he gonna fight. All I give a damn about is him getting in the ring and fighting. David Burrell makes his comeback in that card too, man, against some dude I don't even know. Oh, shit. Let me add Team Bam Ortiz as a... Bam, I got you, Bam Bam. When was the last time he brought out the flag? It was a long time ago. But all I'm saying is that's his prerogative, man, at the end of the day, man. I just don't care, bro. I just don't care. Maybe I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. But I'm going to tell you the worst part about all this, right? And Turkey putting Shiraz on and shit, right? Putting him on that main event, right? And I don't think Shiraz is going to beat Edgar Berlanga, man. I truly believe Berlanga is going to sleep Shiraz and knock him out. I'm put my money on Berlanga. Shiraz to me is not, I hear a lot of people get on Berlanga talking about he ain't this and he ain't that. He's a lot more than damn Shiraz. Did you see Shiraz last fight? You seen his fights? You mean to tell me y'all are more impressed with Shiraz than Berlanga? Because if you are, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. What Joe Townsend say? Yo, look, let me what the ice cream man saying, man. It matters, Connor, because if he PR, now you have a PR as a main and the co-main event. Hey, man, it don't matter to me, Joe. Turkey think he's slick. I think Berlanga might stop him. I think he is going to stop him 9-3. I really do. And yeah, look, Berlanga might have over-celebrated and shit, surviving the Canelo fight, man, but, bro, at the end of the day, bro, Turkey heard your plight, Connor, and gave you 2 Puerto Rican fights. Bro, hey, Super Matias is on that card, too. 3 of them. 3 of them, Joe Townsend. Y'all forgot Matias is on that card, too. He might have heard me because I said, bro, this man ain't putting nothing but damn European fighters up. He ain't putting nobody on here. But I got 3 Puerto Ricans, a Mexican, a Dominican. Yeah, I don't know what the other 2 are, though. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, listen, man. But yeah, he over-celebrated, but I don't think that the experience he gained in that fight is to be overlooked either. I got Berlanga too. Shiraz admitted he basically lost yesterday. I think that experience that you get, and I hate Canelo, man. Let me just be clear. I hate Canelo. That's not been a secret and no shit like that, man, right? But the experience you get from fighting somebody like that, Snow Joe, all that Colombian money. But that matters. That matters. Even if in a loss, you get a lot of experience in a fight like that, man. And I don't think Shiraz has fought anybody like a Canelo, right? Just do boxing, Mr. Oxygen Man, bro. I'm happy for Matias. That's a good fight with Puello. Think he can pull it off. I know he can pull it off, man. But that experience that Berlanga gained in that fight is great. It's great. You know, and the longer that he keeps training with Mark Ferret, the more I'm favoring him and everything. Not going to lie, Berlanga be getting on nerves, but I got Berlanga by stoppage also. I just think Mark Ferret is a hell of a trainer. And the people that are down there in that gym in Tampa Bay, it's a lot of great work, man. You got the people like Frontline was good with you. You got to understand that gym that he goes to, and the ones that paid attention know, the ones that don't maybe don't know, but you got people in that gym like the Valle brothers, Dominique and Marquez Valle. You got Daryl Valsaint in that gym, right? You got people like a Najee Lopez in that gym. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Shaw just recently went through there, right? And now you got Edgar Berlanga, in that environment as well, man. And all of that helps him. I thought you had an exclusive schedule for 3 a.m. Man, Frontline, bro, man, that was me, man. I was on that. Them edibles, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Don't do edibles, folks. Them edibles, man, they'll fuck your head up, man. You know what I'm saying? Them edibles just don't do it, bro. They just don't do it, man. And my goddamn dog over here snoring next to me, man. Let me take a sip of this drink. All right. I mentioned Shakur Stevenson for a reason, man, because I want to make something clear. He's still one of my favorite fighters. Yes, I've gave him critique. Yes, I've gave him praise. Yes, I've gave him critique, and then I praised him. He's still one of my favorite fighters. That's no secret. And the reason I'm bringing him up is because I believe that a lot of people don't give his resume credit simply because they hate him. A lot of people see when I criticize him from a place of love because I'm a huge fan of his, right? Everybody else, I think, well, I can't smoke at Queen 71. I got emphysema. That's why I had to get the edibles. But anyway, my point is I give him fair criticism when it's due, right? But the majority of people that hate on him are hating on him for absolutely the wrong reasons. When they criticize him, they're unfairly criticizing him. And I think it's weird to me. It's weird. Even Just Do has heard me when I've criticized Shakur, but I think he knew where I was coming from with it. You know, I criticize him, and in the same token, I'm supporting him. You know, and he doesn't get credit for the fights he has done. Then they got this false narrative that he's a runner and they can't mention more than one fight, which is the De Los Santos fight. That's the only fight anybody can point to. If we're being fair, and I ask the audience right now, which fights are y'all talking about? They can only name me one. And I'm like, that's interesting. He's had all these fights. And that's the only fight you can bring up? That's it? I don't get it. Then you got the folks, man, that are like, you know what's crazy, man, right? I remember back in the Jamel Herring, when they was getting ready to fight with Jamel Herring, man, there was a huge section pulling for Jamel Herring. There was a huge section saying, oh, he ain't beating Jamel Herring. Oh, he ain't doing this to Jamel Herring. And when Shakur got into that fight and stepped to Herring, he stepped on him. And he took it to him and stopped his ass. Stopped him. These same fans of Jamel Herring are still saying Shakur fought nobody. Now, I got something to tell y'all. If y'all are such a huge fan of Jamel Herring and you really believe in Jamel Herring, explain to me why you're looking at Jamel Herring like a nobody all of a sudden because Shakur beat him? Bro, let me tell you something, bro. And I ain't mentioning no names or nothing like that, right? I ain't gonna mention no names or nothing like that, man. But there's even a individual that fucks with Jamel Herring to the point where they'll bring him on the panel regularly. And the same dude is saying that Shakur ain't fought nobody. So next time I see them live and I see him on the panel, I'm going to ask him, hey, is Jamel Herring somebody or is he a nobody? I'm asking for a friend because I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, well, I might even ask him right then and there. Hey, has Shakur fought somebody or you still feel like he ain't fought nobody? While Jamel Herring's on the panel, right? I'm going to ask that question. Because I need to know. And I'm petty like that. I'll do that shit, right? Just to see. You know what I mean? The Oscar Valdez fight was a good fight. I mean, he only knocked out Miguel Berchelt. The people everybody was clamoring was this monster. Right? Which I think Shakur was going to school Miguel Berchelt. Oscar Valdez just got a hold of him first. Neither here, neither there. He took care of business. And everybody was over here talking about, I don't know how the hell y'all get me to talk this long, bro. I was supposed to do a short one. God damn it. All right. Yeah. A lot of people were saying Shakur is ducking William Zepeda. I was laughing when they even fixed their mouth to say that, right? He ducking Zepeda. He ducking Zepeda. Zepeda throws 1,500 punches around. He ain't gonna be able to stand that damn pressure. Joel Gonzalez was another good fight. Nakathenia was a good fight. Artem was a good shot. Padley too. But before I get into that, Zepeda, I'm glad you mentioned Padley. Just do boxing. I'm glad you mentioned Padley. Because the only reason that they want to discredit Padley is because he's an electrician. Bro, half of the fighters that are boxing right now, unless they came out of the Olympics, unless they have a big company backing them, every last one of them has a fucking job, bro. Every last one of them bitches got a fucking daytime job, bro. Every last one of them. Now, I ain't gonna mention this boxer's name, right? But I was at a restaurant one time, and the motherfucker waiting on my table is a professional boxer. I ain't gonna mention his name out of respect. He know who he is, because he served me. He almost didn't even want to come to my table like, damn, man, he gonna see me in here. Damn. I'm like, bro, don't you worry about that shit. Come on. Keith Colon goes to school. Most of these fighters, unless they got major deals, they gotta work. There's no way they can make it otherwise. I'm telling you, man. I've been to restaurants, I've been to stores, I've been in a lot of places where I see some of your folks, some of the people that they say, hey, man, I love that boxer, he can fight. And they be attending. Pitufo not only was an Uber driver, he was detailing cars front line. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, look, bro. What I'm trying to say is, unless you're major, they got a job. They got a job. Period. Now, you don't have to be a fan of Shakur Stevenson. You could be a fan of whoever you want. You know? But you gotta base it on truth and not narrative. You know? I don't fuck with Canelo. I don't like Canelo. But I know the man can fight. I know the man can fight. No, I'm not gonna say he can't fight. He can fight. Bang Bang Boogie said, I saw Rolly at McDonald's. Hey. Rolly got money, though. Don't let Rolly fool you. He got money. But the funny part to me was that they were saying Shakur was ducking Zepeda, and I was laughing my ass off about it, right? But I was laughing for more than one reason. Not just because I thought it was ridiculous of them to think that Shakur was ducking him, but because I know that when the outcome comes, right? When Shakur actually steps in the ring with him and makes the shit look easy and embarrasses William Zepeda, they're gonna discredit the man. And being an electrician is an honorable job, my friend. Hey, they make pretty good money, man, of an electrician. You know they're gonna discredit him for the William Zepeda fight. So I'm thinking in my head, so you're saying he ducked him, that he's scared of him and all this, and now if he fights him, which he will be fighting him, and he schools him, then all of a sudden Zepeda wasn't nobody. I don't know. I don't know what to say, bro. I just don't know what to say. Y'all can't say one thing and then change your mind afterwards, bro. You can't do that. Give these fighters the props, man. And on top of that, if you really don't like them, that should be all the more reason that you give them credit. Because if the guy that you really like is in the same weight division and ends up having to fight Shakur, you will want your fighter to get credit for the Shakur fight, right? I'm just saying, bro. That's like me. I'm a, you know, I got let me just give you an example. I got Boots in as my pound for pound #1 fighter, right? And I know that it's a possibility, right, that he fights Brian Norman Jr. Correct? I've been on record saying that's a 50-50 fight. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to discredit Brian Norman Jr. Are you crazy? That will be stupid. That will be stupid of me to discredit Brian Norman Jr. And it'd be a lie anyway if I discredit him because he can fight and he's strong. That's all I'm saying. What's going on, Kamara? My only fear with Shakur for Zepeda fight is his hand swelling up. A one-handed Shakur can get hurt with a volume puncher like Zepeda. True, he won't get credit because Farmer made him look human twice. 903 said, I got Shakur, #3, pound for pound. But that's the best example I can give y'all, because a lot of people think, you know, oh man, if you like Boots, then you gotta hate Brian. If you like Brian, then you gotta hate Boots. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why can't you like them both and say it's a 50-50 fight? Why can't you like them both and say, man, I can't wait to see that fight? Man, us fans are gonna win if them two fight. That shit gonna be explosive. You know what I mean? It's gonna be what we want to see. Right? That's where I think I'm different, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think I'm different, man. And you know, I've made my fair share of mistakes and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've done my fair share of shitting on fighters. I've done it. I think we all have done it at some point. I just had to regroup and look at it from a different perspective and realize, hey man, this ain't benefiting me. What good is it, you know, if I'm going to discredit this fighter when I want my fighter to beat him? Well, maybe not my, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. See, I got to look at it from that point of view, man. Give them both props and shit. Shakur #3, where do I got him on my list? I can't even remember where I got him. I think I got Boots #1, but Boots been #1 for my last 3 years. Then I had Bud Crawford #2. I got Shakur #3, actually. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, something like that. And I was trying to explain because somebody got on me a couple of weeks ago, man, about how can you have Boots #1 on your pound for pound for the last 3 years? And I'm not going to belabor it. I'm not going to go into it too deep because I've explained myself a billion times. But it's real simple, right? It's real simple with me, man. I only look at the skill sets and what my eyes are telling me. I don't look at accolades, accomplishments, titles. I don't look at anything. I'm just looking at them as a fighter. If I see him fighting somebody else and then these two styles meet, who do I think wins? And I think Boots beats them all. That is just my thought. Kondo says, I still shit on fighters, but you're good reason. They're not giving me the fights they want. And the thing about it is, too, though, we got to be, this is the thing, though, right, with about us. That's another thing that I guess I could address, right? I get what you're saying, 903. I get it, but let me tell you this, right? Let me finish. Let me turn the meat over in the grill, bro. Let me turn it over on the other side, right? The ribs, that side is already cooked. Let me turn the ribs over on the other side first. All right, let me turn the ribs over, right? The other thing that we don't, well, I know about it, but I mean, a lot of folks are not privy to, right? Is that a lot of these fighters, if not all of them, right? For the most part, have a manager. And sometimes the information doesn't get to the fighter, right? What I mean by that is, let's say fighter A wants to fight fighter B. Fighter A's manager reaches out to fighter B's manager. Hey, man, we like to entertain a fight with your fighter, and we're offering this, this, and that. Fighter B's manager turns around and say, we're not interested at this time. Or that's not enough money. Come back and talk to me when you got the money right. Fighter B doesn't get that information. The only one who got the information was the manager. The manager said, hell, that's not in my fighter's best interest. I'm not even going to tell him. Now, when they get their shit together and they come at me correctly, then I'll go ahead and run it through the fighter. So meanwhile, this whole time, fighter B has no idea this is happening. Somehow the shit leaks onto Twitter and Instagram or YouTube, and all of a sudden they're calling fighter B a duck. And he didn't even know the shit was going on. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that was the case with that 1903, but I'm talking about in general. We have to be real smart and take our time before we say a fighter is a duck, because sometimes they don't get the information. Hell, I'm a manager, and I haven't gave information to fighters because I thought it wasn't worth it. I'm like, hell, they ain't come at me right. Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna, because the thing about it is, a fighter, they're gonna want their money regardless. They're gonna be like, hey, fuck it, we'll fight. But sometimes it ain't the right choice to make. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, man, we gotta be careful, man. We gotta do our due diligence. We gotta be patient. We gotta look at all angles and before we start crucifying fighters, because sometimes it ain't what the optics makes it look to be. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes the optics are correct, but we gotta verify before we do that, right? Gotta verify before we do that. Bob Arum blocking the Bud versus Manny fight. Correct, Joe Townsend. Correct. But the shit got so public that even damn Bud knew about it. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there, man. Now listen, I know Richardson Hitchens, Africa. I don't, he's fighting George Kambosos, which I don't like the fight. I don't like the fact that he's getting an opportunity. He keeps getting too many opportunities. Yeah, that's sometimes the case in why fights are not being made, but most of these fighters we talking about know what's happening around them. But yeah, see things from all angles. Yeah, for the most, well, the thing about it is, a condo, for the most part, yeah. Because of the social media. That's why. That's why. But it also creates tension in the damn team. He's like, bro, why the fuck did they ask you for this fight and you ain't come, why you ain't come holler at me, bro? Now look at the fucking internet. They coming at my neck and you ain't even come talk to me, man. Right? I feel that, but there's also a lot of self-hate involved. Oh, no doubt about it, man. Hey, listen, I'm not sitting here saying that a lot of the times we're wrong about this shit, right? I'm not sitting here saying that. Only thing I'm saying is to let's be careful and take our time and get all the facts together before we shoot down these fighters. That's all I'm saying. Because a lot of the times, yes, it happens. But we got to make sure, because, that's like, how many people are in prison right now that never committed the crime and spent 20, 30 years in prison only to get released later to find out they never had nothing to do with the crime. Now they lost 20, 30 years of their life, and they're not even the murderer, right? That's what I'm trying to get at, bro. Like, hey, man, don't falsely accuse somebody, man, until you know the facts. You find a murder weapon, okay, now we know. His fingerprints on, okay, now we know you did murder. Now we got the right person. That's when you can go ahead and fry him and cook him. Till then, and that's all I'm saying. But anyway, what was I talking about? What was I talking about, man? Shit. Hey, look, 903, look, this shit. Hey, the only thing I can't do that 903 do, man, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that singing and shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't add that to my repertoire at all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, I can't be like, I want to show you the finer things in life. Hey, hey. Nah, that's all him, player. That's all him. He got that. But back to the... I don't even know why I tried that. That shit hurt my throat. Shit. Shit. That, I don't like the fact that Africa's fighting, he said, I'm going to call this one a stalemate. All right, bet. I don't like the fact that Africa is fighting Cambosos, not because he's not allowed to fight who he wants, right? I just don't like the fact that Cambosos keeps getting these opportunities, bro. I just think it's just, bro, this man could take 10 years off and come back and they'll let him fight for a title, bro. Yeah, I don't get it, man. And that's why I don't like it, okay? That's why I don't like it. But now that has happened and we knew Subriel Matias was the mandatory for the IBF, it's kind of cool that since Africa is busy, Subriel Matias got the opportunity to fight for the WBC title that Alberto Puello has. So things fell in place regardless because I believe Subriel Matias is going to beat Alberto Puello, okay? Make no mistake about that. I'm not going to sit here and break it down too deep, but I just know that pressure that Subriel is bringing, Puello's not going to be able to handle it. Puello doesn't have the pop to keep Subriel off. If he was a heavy puncher that could box, I'd be saying a different thing. I just don't think he can keep Matias off of him. So I think Matias is going to stop Alberto Puello. I'm super disappointed in Hitchens. It makes me wonder, do he want to be great? Definitely got the skills, though. The thing about it is, though, 903, this might be a blessing in disguise, man, because if Subriel beats Puello like I think he will and becomes a WBC champion, and then we got a unification, I really do think that that's when Hitchens is going to fight Subriel Matias. I think that's when they'll both finally make the fight. And the beautiful part about it is, it will be a unification. It'd be a unification, so they wouldn't even have to worry about the IBF hydration clause. I thought Sandor edged that fight with Puello until, yep. I get it. I listen to what everybody's saying, but what does BoxRec say? Somebody got to go in there and take that belt from him, right? We saw how the fight played out. We felt Sandor Martin won, but Subriel can't go fight Sandor Martin and get the WBC belt, right? He got to get it from Puello. Then after that, they could just go ahead and do that unification, man. They can go ahead and do that unification, man. I think it's a loaded card, though, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like Turkey, but I think he did put a good card together. See, man, I can't lie. That card is a good card, man. I can't even lie about it. And you got the comeback of David Morrell against Imam Katayev. I'm dying to see. You think the others will try to unify T.O. and Russell? Russell, I probably believe. T.O., I think, moves up to 147. T.O., I believe, is already on his way to 147. I don't believe he stays at 140. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. I think he's gone after this, you know. But Russell, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Russell definitely wants to smoke. I'll tell anybody that. Russell always wants to smoke. I don't see him turning down no smoke. After that Rayo performance, I got Russell at 40. Let's see how David Morrell looks, right? Because I know not a lot of us. Well, I picked David Benavidez to beat David Morrell, right? But David Morrell didn't show up like the David Morrell that we thought he was. So I'm dying to see. And Bang Bang says, I don't think T.O. beats Barbosa. That would be hilarious if that happens. I'm dying to see if David Morrell learned anything from that Benavidez fight. And I'm really, really dying to see what he's going to look like. Because just because he didn't look like that against Benavidez don't mean he ain't, you know, he ain't that dude. Maybe it was still a little bit too early for him. And maybe now that he's, you know, been through that storm and shit, he's developed and learned from it, and we'll see what comes out of it. So I'm always down to see. I still fuck with Morrell, but was super disappointed. I'm just trying to see, man, what's going to happen with that, man. I'm just going to see what's going to happen with that, man. The last thing I'm going to touch on, man, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I was very disappointed in how a lot of people, okay, shitted. For lack of better words, they shitted on my homeboy Charles Bad News Conwell. Like, they shitted on him, right? And listen, man, fair game. He lost, right? He lost the fight. He deserves some criticism and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the people who critiqued the fight or broke the fight down or anything like that. That's par for the course. That's par for the course. But for people to write him off to the point where they don't ever want to see him in the ring again, I think it's a lot extreme. I think that's way too extreme and harsh for somebody to speak on a Charles Conwell like that. I did not like it. I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to tell y'all I did not like it. I didn't like what I was hearing when people were accusing him of shit. Didn't like it when people said they hope he dies or they hope they never see him in the ring again. He's a disgrace. That right there, I took personal. That right there, I took personal. Why? That's one of my homeboys. And yes, I did speak to him after the fight. Yes, I did. Oh, I could do that. I forgot y'all can't do that. I can. He didn't make no excuses when he talked to me. He made no excuse at all. See, y'all don't get to see that because it's a conversation between me and him on the phone. And even though it was a private conversation where he could have told me all kind of shit, he did not make an excuse. He said, man, my bad, Kano, man. That wasn't me, man. That wasn't my best self out there, man. I didn't have it that night. I just didn't have it. I don't know why. I just couldn't pull the trigger. I couldn't. I couldn't, you know? And fighters will have fights like that sometimes. Yeah, it happened at the wrong time. It happened, on a big stage. It happened where, fuck, man. It's one goddamn fight, and I still, what makes it worse? Even though that fight wasn't him and it wasn't his normal self, y'all can call me crazy if you want. I still had him winning by a round. I still thought he edged it. If I'm gonna be real, I still thought he edged it. While you're bullshitting. But, like I said, I spoke to him. He's a class act, man. I'm gonna say that right now, man. He didn't deserve for people to wish him to die or wish him he'll never see him in the ring again, or he didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all act like he popped dirty or something like that. Y'all need to have that energy for the dirty fighters, the people that pop dirty, the ones that fight dirty. That's who y'all should have energy for that. Not a clean fighter that went in there and gave it what he had that night. Like, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, damn. Y'all ain't got that energy for them fucking pilgrims. Oh, but that shit, I don't know. Be his own people. That's the fucked up part too, man. Be his own people. 903, man, you speak about this all the time, bruh. Then I'm just going, that's like black on black crime. It's the same shit. It's another brother wishing this man like that. Unbelievable, man. I could never stoop to that level and do that to another Puerto Rican. Nope. I could never do that. But we're supposed to be here backing our people, though, right? We're supposed to be out here backing our people, man. Standing, Man, I thought we were supposed to be backing our people, man, and supporting our people. I thought we were supposed to be the ones, going against the world and shit like that, man. Through thick and thin, man. Even through the good days, the bad days. Shit, when you get married, ain't it? Through the good and bad. Right? Oh, so let me guess. If you have an off night in bed with your woman, man, she don't ever want to see you again, huh? You think that'd be all right? Oh, your woman didn't have her best night last night. You gonna throw her away? Nah, bro, we gonna go the next night. We gonna try this again. We gonna, hey, we gonna do this again tomorrow night. Shit, the fuck? Huh? One damn performance, man, in his entire career. One! And I still thought he edged it out. And we gonna crucify him? Nah, bro. Nah. I'm not cool with that shit at all, bro. And I don't care who y'all go run and tell. I don't care who gets offended. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna defend Charles Conwell. I'm not one of those that I could stand on my own, goddammit. I could stand on my own. I'm strong like that. Charles Conwell, that's my homie, man. He'll always be my homie. Look at Kevin Newman, man. I talk about him a lot, right? He's got a couple of losses on his record. He's ran off a lot of wins since then, right? His career ain't over. He's actually elevated himself. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm confused. Ain't this the same people that say, "Oh man, I wish we had boxing like the old days where everybody fought everybody, right? And nobody gave a fuck if you won or lost. If you lost, you came back and fought again. You had them rematches and them trilogies, and it would make for great boxing. But my boy loses one motherfucking time, and y'all don't want to see him fight again. Shut the fuck up with that dumbass shit." Can't stand that shit, bro. May it offend who it may offend. That's what I'm good at, offending the motherfucker. But I'm going to offend you with the truth. Ali, one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time, has losses. Well, y'all going to throw him away when he first lost? Well, y'all going to say, "Oh, man, we don't ever want to see him fight again"? We wouldn't have got the Ali we got had he listened to that theory. Wouldn't have got none of that. Sugar Ray Leonard had losses. We wouldn't have got the Sugar Ray we got had he stopped fighting when he first lost to Duran. Damn. The Roy Jones of the world has losses. Man, but what a hell of a career, right? Was he not entertaining? Did we not get some good fights out of him? I swear, man, that 50-0 for Mayweather, I think fucked everybody's head up. It didn't fuck mine up, but it fucked a lot of people's head up. I think it made boxing really bad. Now I might have been a little harsh, but that is my boy. Conwell is my boy. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to stand 10 toes with him. All the greats have L's. The problem is, new generation, if they don't KO their opponent, they suck. Conwell would come back stronger. Now, he did tell me that. He did tell me that. He did tell me. I will tell you what he is. Hey. He said, "Bro, that ain't going to happen again, bro." What they going to see coming back from now on is going to be bad news. It don't take but one fight like that in a fighter's career to put a big ass boulder on your shoulder. Bro, he gonna shut a lot of people up. How you know you're the greatest if you haven't fought the best? The shit with Mayweather said fuck the game up, just saying, yeah, man, I'm just saying, bro. But did I make a good point? Would we have gotten to Muhammad Ali had he stopped after he lost? Would we? A lot of the fighters back then, would we have got the fighters we got had they stopped after one loss? Anybody front line, I don't think it. You know what? I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked front line. Maybe now he can get a big fight. Maybe now, the Virgils of the world will say, "Oh, this look like some slant good pickings right now, huh?" Maybe they're more willing to give him a fight now. He might just get his shot this way. Oh yeah, we know what Oscar did, Shawa. We know. I don't know about no rematch front line, but I think some people might be thinking, man, that he's food right now. You know what I'm saying? You remember when Boots had that fight with Corinne, and everybody was like calling his ass out after that because they thought he's food. They ain't calling him out no more now. My point is, man, you might be surprised who calls him out now or who brings him in the fight simply because they think he food now. Blessing in disguise is what I call it. Shit, it may just be that way. Now I'm getting ready to get on out of here, but I will let y'all know this, right? The reason I came on early and did my live early is because my co-host will be out with his family today. He's got some things to do today. So, being that he has some things to do today, I went ahead and took advantage and did my live early because we got boxing starting at noon. Even though I don't care about these Euro fighters, but I got it on out the way now, man. Well, shout out to my co-host, man. Shit, you know what I mean? Hopefully y'all smash the like button. Hopefully I offended some people along the way because that's what I like to do. And this is always brought to you by CL Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. Kano Logo TV. Man, y'all already know I'm up out of here. On to the next.